you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream.
Why can't I be the best player in the league? I don't see why.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something.
With the 8th pick in the 2003 NBA Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select T.J. Ford from the University of Texas.
Some thought he would be a higher pick. Some say he can't shoot it well enough.
This guy right here actually deserves a bit more of our attention. Sure, he didn't necessarily have the most illustrious career, but believe it or not, when taking a closer look at his basketball past, it might be the most unique of them all. Growing up, wherever he went, Ford was never the biggest kid, but his desire to be great was much stronger than anyone he encountered. Decided to join a random pickup game at the gym. The entire Longhorns football team was in the mood for some hoops, and with TJ thinking it would be harmless, joined the game. So one play, with the ball in Ford's hands, drove to the basket, but one defender aggressively jumped right in front of him, causing TJ's body to spin around, which led to his head slamming against another player's thigh, and immediately dropped to the floor. And as he described, he felt nothing. His arms couldn't move. There was absolutely no feeling below his neck, and the only thing running through his mind was the NBA. He remembers thinking, why now? But little did he know, that incident would be the first of many in his career.
In 2003, rookie guard T.J. Ford burst onto the NBA scene with the Milwaukee Bucks. But suddenly, Ford's world went dark.
And I think we was getting ready to run a side pick and roll, but I think I went before the pick came. Anyway, I went middle. And Mad Dog was underneath the rim, and I jumped into him, and he tried to block the shot, and I know that they called foul. So I hung in the air a little longer, and as I was on my way down, I released the ball. As I was coming down, my right foot, my heel missed the ground. Both of my legs in the air, and I ended up falling directly on my butt. And I had got up pretty high. And after that, I couldn't move. You know, my whole body was pretty much numb.
He wasn't at home, he was at work. And I was watching the TV. So I just stood up, in front of the TV, waiting for him to get up.
Ford had bruised his spinal column, worsening a condition that was first diagnosed when he was in high school. And though the numbness quickly subsided, Ford was done for the season, with doctors divided on how to treat his condition. At 20, he didn't know when or if he'd be cleared to play again. 3 months after the injury, Ford underwent surgery that fused 2 of his vertebrae together, but that was just the beginning of his rehab. When Ford was finally cleared to get back on the court, he went straight to John Lucas, a family friend, to start the long process of on-court rehabilitation.
I think I told him life is nothing but a bunch of start overs. So now you got to start over. And if you get hurt, you got to be willing to start over.
It was tough.
It has to be hard going to the gym every day, but not being able to see the end of that tunnel. You might not see it right now, but believe me, you're a lot closer than what you think.
After spending the summer in Lucas's gym, Ford was ready to return to the Bucks. It doesn't look like he's missed a beat.
I look at life different since I got hurt. I don't take too much for granted. and I definitely don't take basketball for granted. So every time I get step on the court, I'm gonna play the best that I can that night. Whether I score 20 points or don't score at all, I'm gonna play my heart out.
But in that offseason, the Bucks were looking to move on from TJ and ultimately traded him to the Toronto Raptors, where he actually began to play the best basketball of his life.
Raptors win! Raptors wins! Get up the salami and cheese, brother! This ball game is over! TJ Ford has just won this ball game with a dramatic last-second shot here at Staples. Joe Johnson trying to create 20 on the clock. We're down to 137. And then TJ Ford comes up with a steal. Ford to the rim. And he slapped sent to the floor to foul. And that's going to be a flagrant. And Sam Mitchell has run onto the floor.
And TJ Ford is down, Chuck. He is not getting up. He's had the stingers that have gone through his body at various times when he's taken hard hits.
As I was getting ready to go up, and I lost my balance and fell on my butt again. So it was scary.
He feared that this one could be the one that ends his career. He said he was seriously thinking about quitting while getting wheeled off on the stretcher. He was so angry and ready to step away.
The Pacers and Raptors reportedly worked out a blockbuster trade on the eve of Thursday's NBA draft. The Canadian Press reports the Pacers are shipping forward Jermaine O'Neal to Toronto for point guard TJ Ford.
But he knew he just couldn't give up that easy. He loved this game too much and had to endure another grueling recovery process once again.
And the final seconds, Pacers better get it up in a hurry. And the field goal counts. And Ford.
Working and training and preparing ourselves for the season to be the best. And I still want to be considered one of the best point guards in the NBA.
Stoudemire. O'Neal, no. Gary's looking for the handle. And Thiago just giving it. Pick that thing up. It goes back to Smith for three. Richard Jefferson wrestles it away. Bodies are sprawled. TJ Ford still down. They offered a wheelchair, and you'll see him basically.
He's like, no, I'm not taking that thing.
One tough customer, and man, thoughts and prayers are certainly with TJ Ford.
Man, what led to the retirement is just, the amount of times of basically laying on the floor, being motionless and not being able to move, and basically being paralyzed for those, whether it's, sometimes 30 minutes or up to even 2 hours. So, I just felt it was time enough that I accomplished everything that I set out to accomplish.
I succeeded at beating the odds of being a little guy, making it to the NBA, and lasting as long as I did. And I achieved a lot. I know I didn't have the career that I anticipated, everyone anticipated me having, but I still think I had a successful career.
Yeah, this year we pretty much launched my basketball academy. What we're trying to do is continue to teach kids life skills through the game of basketball, giving them the tools to be successful. Talking about character, integrity, commitment, sacrifice, togetherness, friendship, honesty. Everything that we know it takes to be successful in life, we're trying to prepare these young men for the future.
I reached my goal. I don't think it was just a goal for myself, it was a goal for my entire family. My parents didn't talk about me going to the NBA. Not one time. They talked about if it's meant for you to get there, you'll get there, but they always stressed me getting a degree.
Thank you.
My name is Kobe Bryant, 17 years old.
Unfortunately, because of lack of communication with my peers, I wasn't invited to parties or family gatherings on the weekend. So on Fridays and Saturdays, I would go in my rec room with my basketball and basically dribble myself to sleep. I think that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Because during those lonely hours in the rec room, I discovered the hunger, the motivation, and the desire to be the best possible basketball player that I could be. And, here I am today.
What is it about this game that you love?
Hearing the ball bounce, the feeling that you get out making a great pass, walking on the hardwood, lacing up your sneakers. I just love it. I love jumping, I love dunking, I love hearing the crowd going ooh and ah. The whole game is just tremendous, you know. I sound like an NBA commercial or something. Like, I love this game, you know. I do, I love it.
You rise to meet the challenge, regardless. You obviously know that there's some people that say you're ready for the NBA right now, and you know what? There's some people that say that you actually need some work for your college game. What do you say?
I say thank you for the feedback. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody sees you at a different level. So I'm going to listen and see what I need to work on. Go out there, work on my skills. Somebody says, Kobe, you work on a certain aspect of your game. Then I'm going to do it. The next time they see me play, I will say, hey, look, I worked on it. Now what? What do I have to work on now? If they have something else that they want me to work on, I'll go out and do the same thing.
Hit right in the shoulder. That is the same shoulder that he hurt last year in the playoffs with the dunk against the Minnesota Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
Well, look at this, though. I mean, Kendrick Brown's a big man. This guy plays about 220 pounds. You see him come right down on that right shoulder. Now, the interesting thing about this is,
well, this is a team right now with Coach Phil Jackson,
player, and you realize how vulnerable you are, and you've seen that. I hope this is nothing serious.
Look, I always try to outwork people. Right? That's just how I made my mark. So the game was at 7. I was like, you know what? I'm going to come to the Staples Center because we're playing. This is when the Lakers had Kobe and Shaq. Okay, this is like the championship Lakers. So I'm going to get there at 3 o'clock, and I want to make sure I make 400 made shots before I go back into the room, and then I sit in the sauna and I get ready for the game. Get there, and as I'm walking onto the court, who do I see? I see Kobe Bryant, already working out. And I'm like, okay, it's kind of cool. It's Kobe. What's up, Kobe? So I worked out for a good hour and a half. And when I came off, after I was done, I sat down, and of course, I still heard the ball bouncing. I look down, I'm like, this guy's still working out. He was working out for it looks like he was in a dead sweat when I got here. And he's still going. And it's not like his moves are nonchalant, lazy. He's doing game moves, I sit there and I unlace my shoes. I'm like, I want to see how long this goes. So I sit out there and watch 25 minutes. And he got done. I said, okay, I think I've seen enough. Go play, come back, get in the sauna, get ready for the game. That game, he drops 40 on us, okay? And after the game is over, I'm like, I have to ask this guy. I have to understand, why he works like that. Right. So after the games, I'm like, hey, Kobe, why were you in the gym for so long? He's like, because I saw you come in. And I wanted you to know that it doesn't matter how hard you work, that I'm willing to work harder than you. Wow.
I really felt that was a defining moment in his career. You know why? If somebody would have shot an air ball on our team and had shot a second one, they weren't going to shoot a third one. He was fearless. I think that's one of the things that spurred him to greatness. He wasn't going to allow himself to fail.
I went straight to Palisades High that night as soon as we landed. I went straight to the gym, and the janitor, he opened up the gym for me, and I was there till the sun came out. Like Babe Ruth said, swings big and he misses big. Same thing with me. I have no fear whatsoever. If I take the last second shot and I miss, so what?
How disappointed are you?
Well, I hate losing. It's a tough loss. Next season for us starts right now. We have a million and one excuses that we could go to. The fact of the matter is, we're not going to make it.
How much harder will you work in this offseason now to get back to the championship?
I push myself to exhaustion.
The Lakers have done it. This will be their 7th NBA title.
Right now, we just want to enjoy this first championship. Are we looking forward to coming back next year and defending our throne? Absolutely.
A three-peat for the world champion Los Angeles Lakers.
And Romeo Corrado now going to get a shot away. He's tripped. Not only will he get a shot away, he hurt his shoulder. Yeah, that hurt. And they had a foul to give. Let's see if Kobe's okay, more importantly. Yeah, you can tell when he stays down, he's hurt. One of the toughest customers you'll ever see. He is staying down.
With you on SportsCenter, breaking news: Kobe Bryant could be done for the season. An MRI today revealed the injury that he sustained last night.
If your job is to try to be the best basketball player you can be, right? To do that, you have to practice, you have to train, right? You want to train as much as you can, as often as you can. So if you get up at 10 in the morning, train at 11, right? 12, say 12, train at 12, train for 2 hours, 12 to 2. You have to let your body recover. So you eat, recover, whatever. You get back out, you train, start training again at 6. Train from 6 to 8, right? And now you go home, you shower, you eat dinner, you go to bed, you wake up and do it again, right? Those are 2 sessions. Right? Now imagine you wake up at 3, you train at 4, you go 4 to 6, come home, breakfast, relax, blah, blah, blah. Now you're back at it again, 9 to 11, right? Relax, and now all of a sudden you're back at it again, 2 to 4, and now you're back at it again, 7 to 9. Look how much more training I have done by simply starting at 4, right? And so now you do that, and as the years go on, the separation that you have with your competitors and your peers just grows larger and larger and larger and larger and larger. And by year 5 or 6, doesn't matter what kind of work they do in the summer, they're never going to catch up.
Wide open conference in the West. Here's a block by DeAndre Jordan, and Kobe might be hurt. That's what we don't want to see in an exhibition game. He's getting up very slow.
Bryant tore a ligament in his wrist that holds the small bones together. Now, fortunately, it was not significant enough to require surgery, but I'll have to rest it for a few weeks to let it heal.
Tapped by Brandon Bass, and Kobe's going to go back and get it.
He hurt his finger.
Yes, he did. Oh, this is something you do not want to see, and he is hurt right now. Boy, in a hushed silence immediately. This entire arena.
It's probably out of place, and he'll have athletic trainer Gary Beatty put it back in place. You can see just there. As soon as he buckled his knees, it was a done deal.
How about that? Isn't that great? Experience, and that's what they're going to need going into the playoffs. Oh, Kobe does it to Klay Thompson! He returned the favor on Meta. Playoff clinching game against Minnesota. 9 for 9 in the first half. Kobe splash outside. Bryant attacking baseline, and he runs into a stone wall of Festus Ezeli, and he's holding his left knee.
But the way he's holding that thing and laying down, it doesn't look like it's something that's just a bump of the knee.
Was 4 for 4 since then, though 0 for 6. As he has it spinning in trouble. Oh, and he's limping. He's hurt. Kobe's hurt. And I don't know if he's going to be able to continue. 93. Kobe around the back, spinning, shooting, scoring.
Another look at Kobe behind the back, and then a spin move into the middle. Nice little floater there.
Starting assignment. He's gone 32 minutes. Kobe, 3. Yes! Big one, Bryant from outside. 107-104. 3-point game, 5 minutes left.
making you happy, all the hard work and perseverance will pay off. You can't stop people from trying to limit your dreams, but you can stop it from becoming a reality. Your dreams are up to you. Please know I'm thinking of you, supporting you, and encouraging you always.
Bryant again going to work, falls down. Again, he's struggling. He's going to stay down there for a bit.
It's time to massage that left ankle a little bit.
My Achilles in high school. He says 4 friends of mine dragged me to my house. I was crying from there straight to the hospital. He says, I have no clue how the hell this guy did it.
This kid right here, mark my words, and I said this earlier in the season, it's going to be unbelievable. I mean, and I'm not saying that because he's here. I see him every day in practice. Slide him a couple of times. I see him every day in practice. I see how this kid works. I see how he, after practice, how he's still in the gym before practice. I know he goes to Pacific Palisades and shooting their gym after school. He is just a tremendous talent.
He went and hit the free throws, and then you walked off the stage.
Yeah.
And then you got the surgery.
Yeah.
How the hell do you tolerate that kind of pain?
It's pissed and sad. You worked really hard to get to this point. It's pissed. You have a hamstring injury, you pull your hamstring really, really badly. You can barely walk, right? Let alone play anything. Doctor tells you go home, sit up on the couch, rest your hammy. You're at home, all of a sudden a fire breaks out in the home. I'm willing to bet that you're gonna forget about your hamstring, you're gonna sprint upstairs, you're gonna grab your kids, you'll make sure your wife's good, you're getting out of that house, right? Hamstring be damned. You're not gonna feel your hamstring, right? And the reason is because the lives of your family are more important than the injury of your hamstring. And so when the game is more important than the injury itself, you don't feel that damn injury. Oh man, shit. I was really tired, man. Just tired in the locker room, upset and dejected and thinking about this mountain, man, to overcome. I mean, this is a long process, I wasn't sure I could do it. Your kids walk in and you're like, I gotta set an example. Daddy's gonna be fine, I'm gonna do it. The idea is a very simple one, and the Mamba mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself. That's what the mentality means. It means every day, you're trying to become better. Confidence comes from preparation. So when the game's on the line, I'm not asking myself to do something that I haven't done thousands of times before. When I prepare, I know what I'm capable of doing, I know what I'm comfortable doing, and I know what I'm not comfortable doing. Right? And so in those moments, if it looks like I'm ice cold or not nervous, it's because I've done it thousands of times before, so it's one more time.
Half a minute to play. Bryant for the lead.
Kobe Bryant announcing his retirement last night.
All good things must come to an end.
Why now?
It's the right time. Dear basketball.
And the Oscar goes to Dear Basketball, Glenn King.
How do you use your passion to inspire somebody else to create their passion?
What can I say? out.